I've always really been into animation and games and stuff like that. I went then and studied art at A-level, but didn't do too well at A-level at one school, so I went to do engineering at another school. Again, didn't do too well. So I moved over to Sunderland College to do animation and games art for 2 years, and I loved it. Cute outfits have always really been something I've liked. I've watched anime again since I was quite young, different shows. So one of the first series I watched was a series called Lucky Star, and that got me into doing cosplay. And I've been doing that for about 8 years now. And then from there on, I've kind of like adapted stuff like that into different outfits and cuter outfits and like really stuff like this. My first introduction to the furry fandom, my little sister, when she was only about 12, she was like, wow, what is this? And she started making fursuit heads out of duct tape and cardboard. So they were like this really, really long, like square faces that they look awful when you look back on them. But I kind of saw them and I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. Once you put the mask on, you are kind of a different person, and when you're going out and about, nobody knows it's you. If you go online and you see a lot of people like not liking furries, but I've slowly got a few people sort of like starting to like them, accept them more. We tend to go out in Newcastle every week or so during the summer, but then towards like when we're like during term time, it's like once a month, and we're all go dressed up in these suits. And at first people were all like a bit iffy about it, like why are people coming dressed up like this in Newcastle? But now we do it more and more often. People are starting to accept it more. Like at the end of the day, we're all really weird, dressing up as different like cartoon characters, game characters, animal characters, anything really. So you can get some people who dress up as, let's say, Sonic the Hedgehog or Red 13 from Final Fantasy. They are cosplaying as an animal, but that's fine. But when people see fursuits, they're like, oh no, that's weird, you can't do that. At the end of the day, it's your character, you're cosplaying as your character, but your character's an animal. One of the happiest experiences, we went down to Beamish, and they allow us all to go shooting there all the time really. We've got year passes, so we'll go quite often as a group. And there was an event on, so there was quite a few kids around about, and there was this kid who saw me and she was like, oh my god, she was like mesmerised, she was amazed, and she'd always run sprinting up, come give us hugs. I've got quite glittery paws on my character, so she likes playing with the glitter and stuff, and it was really, really nice just to see how happy it made this little girl. When I left school, the majority of my friends ended up moving away to go to different unis, so I was left here kind of, oh, I'm by myself now, like what do I do? So I spent almost an entire year, because of my anxiety, because I was so scared of meeting new people, by myself, and I just didn't know what to do. And ever since I've joined this community, I've got quite a few friends now, quite a few close friends. It's nice, this community's pulled a lot of people together.